All right, welcome back to Dale Kramer's Custom Cars and Everything. Well, here's the surprise. This is what we're going to build, a 1941 Dodge military truck, but it's going to be a street rod. Wonder if I can zoom out here. Maybe I can't. Okay. Anyway, we're going to start out with this cab. I love the patina on the cab. I'm not sure what to do yet. It's got a few dents in it. We'll try to straighten some of that out eventually. And then we're gonna run this 727 torque flight. Then we're gonna run the 5.7 Hemi here I got. I took out an old red. So we're gonna be running that. The 5.7 Hemi with the 727 torque flight again. And then for the rear end, we're going to run that Dana that we worked on in those other videos. If you go on my playlist, you'll see that. This Dana 60. It's got the power lock posi in it, 410 gears. I put the disc brake conversion on it, So we're going to run that for the rear end. And then we got, let's see, walk over here so we can get through. I got so much stuff in the way right now. Then I got a steering column there. One from Speedway. I took out a little car because it was a little too long for it. I got a Mustang 2 cross member that I trimmed up and did a little work too. Got a drive shaft that has to be shortened. So Mustang 2 front it'll have. I got the front suspension kit right here. Tubular A-arms, upper and lower. 425 pound springs because I am going to haul things with this, but it's not going to be, a beater. It's whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so there's the cab. And then I also got a 32 Ford grill shell for it. I'll show you that at a later time, but I got a 32 Ford grill shell I'm going to put on this thing. So the grill shell will be standing up, and then I'll have, I'm hoping to get a hood, make a hood or something, So all you see is the side of the Hemi, And some sort of fenders yet, I'm not sure what, You gotta build the box. And so now what I'm in the process of figuring out right now at this present time is that, I'm gonna move some of this stuff. But first of all, this cab is really clean. It's really super solid. I wish I had a flashlight handy right now. I'd show you that better. But on the dash right here yet, it's still got the plaque. You can't see it now, but at a later time I'll show you that. Where it was made for the military from Dodge. And I guess it was in 1941. So, yeah, it has its dents on the roof, and has some really neat patina to it. Yeah. So I think this thing will really be nice when it's done. This is gonna be a long journey. You guys are gonna walk it with me. And for starters right now, I'm designing a frame. So let's get to it. So anyway, I need so much room for this Hemi to sit in front of the firewall. Okay? So I ran a makeshift plumb bob down, the body's level. And then I knew from the firewall to this represents the front wheel center line. It was 27 inches. Okay? And then the grill is 36 to 39 and a half inches. So up here somewhere it would be. Okay? So anyway, so I went to work and then I measured from where the axle center line is going to be here. Ran a tape measure all the way down the side. And then now, this is the axle center line of the back. And how I figured that out was that I'm thinking I want a 6-foot long box on here, and if I put the tailgate down, then it'll be 8 foot. That's what I'm thinking I'm going with. And I like the wheels in the center of the box. Not way back, not way forward, but in the center of the box. Okay? So what I did is I took a measurement. You can see there I ran a plumb bob down there. So I took a measurement from there because you got to have that gap right here between the cab and the box. So I took a measurement from there, went 6 feet, right to the edge of the tape measure at 6 feet. Then I came back 1.5 feet because that's halfway, or 3 foot I should say, because that's halfway between the 6-foot box. So the wheels are in the center of the box. Okay? So then, and then that's the center of the wheels, the center axle center line. So I came up with and it's kind of a coincidence because I came up with 10 feet, 120, it'd be 120 inch wheelbase, so it'd be 10 foot. So I try to stand back. Obviously I got too much shit in here. So I try to stand back and I try to look at what this looks like. And to me, it's hard to show it here. I'd have to knock down the wall and back away from it. Obviously that ain't happening. But I got size 18s. I suppose I could kick it out. But I used to compete in fighting. But anyway, that's a different story. But anyway, so I'm thinking that would be about right, you know. The box from the cab, you know, the yellow is the box, 6-foot box. And then the wheels I want in the center. And then, like I said, it was a coincidence from the axle center line up front to the axle center line in back was exactly 10 feet. So it must be right. I'm seeing it anyway. It's giving me a little gap between the box and the cab. So like I say, the yellow tape measure represents the 6-foot box, and then if you put the tailgate down, then it's an 8-foot box, or something like that anyway, close to it anyway. Because I'm putting AC and these days we gotta have air conditioning and a heater and everything in here. So, and you guys are gonna come with me for the ride. Watch me build this thing. So anyway, that's all I got tonight. So that's a surprise. We're going to build a 41 Dodge pickup with a 32 Ford grill shell, an 0657 Hemi, 727 torque flight, Dana 60 rear, disc brakes, 410 posi. And I'm still kind of thinking about that 727. Maybe I might even build an overdrive 518 yet for this, so I can cruise it down the highway better. But on a pickup I can put taller tires on the back, so that might even take the place of that. I'm not sure yet right at this point, but that's what I got anyway. So, but yeah, I think this thing's gonna be cool. I've never built one of these before, but so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out what I need for metal, and then I'm gonna start drawing this out. And because over here, I know on my Model A sedan, I needed this room, and that's what I'm going to go by. I'm going to go by that same amount of room in this engine bay area. So that's why I'm doing this right here. This is all the same, you know, from the firewall forward to the grill shell as it was on my Model A. I got my Model A up for sale right now. But, so I copied these measurements down, so that's what I based the starting point at on this truck. The Model A was 104 inch wheelbase, and this one's going to be 10 feet. So, goes with the truck bed, you know, and stuff. And then the frame in the front, I'm going to go, for Mustang 2, it requires 26.5 inches from the outside of the frame to the outside frame. So I'm going to go 2x3 tubing, 3/16 wall up front. But then right by the firewall, it's going to transist, I think, to 2x4. Down here somewhere, it's going to go to 2x4 tubing all the way to the back. And then I'll have some gussets in here. I love to run 2x4 all the way forward. But then the problem is I got to start notching that out and this out and all that. So, but I think we'll be fine. Because this thing will be about as heavy or even less weight than the Model A. But the thing is, it has to be rigid because it's got a longer wheelbase. So now, if this was shore and that was shore and this was a river, it has to strain this. So you're straining this distance. So you got to make sure you're strong enough. So it'll be 2x4 all the way to here, to the edge of the pin here, and then 2x3 to the front. So, and I want to make the gussets underneath the cab so it looks clean, so it stays nice and clean, the frame. Okay? So anyway, but I wonder, let's see. This flashlight don't have much juice in it no more, but maybe, oh wait, let me try something. I wonder if that helps. You can kind of see how clean the cab is though. I mean, it is very clean. It's actually kind of nuts how clean it is. Somebody tried to put a plate over where the battery goes, because that's probably where I'm going to put the battery. Not sure yet though. And yeah. So if you know anybody that's got some 1941 Dodge parts, I need some window parts. I need a glove compartment box. And I need a windshield frame. So a lot of people said, oh, just glue the windshield in here, you know. No, I want the frame because the frame folds out. The frame folds out on the bottom if I'm correct. These are hinge points in here. They just fold out maybe, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 inches, I don't know, something like that. So I'd really like to have that. But they fit from 1939 to 1947. So they produced this cab from 1939 to 1947. And it's a WC. Let's see, I'm trying to put this flashlight away. Oh, there it goes. It's on the floor somewhere. I'll find that next year. I'll find it when I'm trying to look for it. And in the back, you know, the back frame is actually going to be 29.5 inches because I'm going to put it on the outside of the 2x3 tubing so I can weld the 2 points together and I can run gussets to connect the 2 points. The front frame, I thought about maybe if I go 2x3, usually I go 3/16, I might go 1/4 inch on that because I'm going smaller on the front frame. And this is going to be a 2x4 frame. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go with 2x3 tubing up front, 1/4 inch wall, and then I'll go with 2x4 tubing in the back, 3/16 wall. Yeah. You know, for all those wheelies, you know, that Hemi will do. No. If I sit in it, probably said, oh, jeez, where did that come from? But anyway, but you kind of get the drift. So, 6-foot box I'll make. But yeah, this is episode 1 of the 1941 Dodge Truck Premiere that we're going to do. And one day we'll sit in there and we'll take her for a ride, hopefully. I'm hoping within about 6 months. So please like and subscribe, guys, and then I'll be doing videos on every inch, every turn of the bolt, every weld that we do on this truck. So it's going to be quite a lot of episodes before we get this thing done. And on the firewall here, I'm going to use aluminum diamond plate polished for the firewall, you know, and that's what I'm going to use there. I have a 32 Ford grill shell. Motor be exposed. Not sure about fenders, what I'm going to do yet. I want to put some sort of fenders on here. I'm not exactly sure at this point. I'm searching the internet and thinking about things right now. So that's not officialized, but I do have the grill shell and the grill inside my house right now. If I had it out here, I'd show it to you, but you will see that. But, yeah. Anyway, wish it wasn't so packed in here right now. I could back up. Let's see, let's try something else. How far can I get back here? Yeah, you can see a little bit of it. But yeah, anyway, I guess that's all I can say for now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to design the frame. And then next week I'm going to go grab my metal for that. And we're going to start building a chassis hopefully next week. And then we'll get this thing on the chassis. We'll get the motor and tranny mounted in it. Grill shell mounted in it. Radiator mounted in it. And I'm going to run leaf spring rear suspension. Some of you say, oh, why not 4-link or ladder bar or triangulated? Well, here's what I want to do. I want to be able to pull a trailer to a swap meet. And what I want to do especially is my little car over there, you know. And if you look on my videos, you'll see it. I want to pull my little car to the track. I think that would be so cool, pulling it with this thing to the track to race. 8th mile we got here. And it's called Grove Creek Dragways by Grove City, Minnesota. So I'm thinking I want to pull that little car to the track with this. So, and yeah, you can pull stuff with 4-link and ladder bar and all that stuff, but I want to be able to haul, you know, not beat the heck out of her, but I want to be able to haul stuff in the box. I want to be able to run to our local Menards, and if I got to get a couple 2x4s, I can go to town and pick them up or something, so to speak. Not beat the heck out of it or dent it or anything, because that's enough dents in there now. It's so wavy, even Ronnie Millsap could see that. It's so wavy. Man. I mean, it's got its good parts, and then it's just got its bad parts too, you know. Right now, the rocker panels down here, they're solid, but they're bent up because they had this thing sitting on a pallet all wrong. So now I got to bend the rocker panels down. So that's going to be done when it's on the chassis. I'm not going to worry about it now. That's not going to affect what I got to do right now. Once it's sitting on the chassis, then it's sitting on something stationary and solid. But yeah, I suppose this is where we're going to leave it for now. Like I say, I'm in the process designing the chassis and the box, and so I come to agreement to myself that 6-foot box, 8 foot when the tailgate is down. So 6-foot box, 10-foot wheelbase. So I didn't want the wheels too far forward. I think that would look dumb. I didn't want them too far back. That looks dumb. And then I thought, center the box. Let's center them on the box. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to center them on the box. So with all those measurements, I came up, you know, with 10 foot wheelbase. Right on the money, and I didn't even, you know, it just came out that way. So anyway, we will talk to you later, guys. Like I say, this is the first video of several. Maybe 1,000, maybe 12 million. No, I don't know. No, not that much, I'm sure, but it's going to be a lot. And follow along. If you subscribe, then you'll get notices, and it's free, you know. And if you want to like have a soap opera car, well, this is going to be the soap opera truck. You'll be able to watch this all the time. But again, please like and subscribe, and take care, guys, and happy holidays to you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.